Saudações, caros specs, sejam bem-vindos ao canal lrogamespix. Leonardo chega mais, galera, para começar a live marota aí de como Deliverance 2. Vamos para a segunda parte aí, continuando as aventuras do Henry. Coloca a gente, live on, não esquece de seguir os canais para dar aquela fortalecida. E bora continuar então a gameplay. Então a gente acordou aqui na casa da... Esse é o nome da véia. A gente não tem... Tem aqui. Tem um estoque aqui, hein? A gente não consegue abrir nada porque... Não tem gaso, né?
Look who's finally up! Henry! Come and join us!
A casa da... Rina.
Good morning, Henry! You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
It's all the more cause for merrymaking! Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course. I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bojena told me what happened here yesterday. That's the third time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The third time? What in God's name happened the first two times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
Sr. Hans foi capturado pelos Kumano.
Well, there was this time when me and Hans had some fisticuffs in the tavern, and for punishment, I had to accompany him on the hunt.
And I shot a boar.
And made it mad. And when Hans chased after the wounded animal, he got caught by a human patrol.
Humans?
They come from somewhere in Hungary. Sigismund brought them here to Bohemia as mercenaries. They're a very dangerous bunch.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive.
Well, there must have been 10 of them. I hadn't a chance.
You must have been seeing double. As I recall, there were 2.
That just proves how well you can count. Besides, they were armed to the teeth and had bows and armor. It might as well have been 10.
Então tá, né? Você tá falando?
Anyway, with a bit of luck, I managed to free Sir Hans.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, al dentes.
Fortuna juvat.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
It's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favors the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
But you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
The foe took the castle by subterfuge, and we planned a counterattack.
Under the cloak of darkness, we scaled the mighty walls of Talmberg Castle to get inside and open the portcullis to our brothers in arms who were poised and ready to attack.
And we almost succeeded. Only, along the way, Sir Hans here took an arrow to his noble seat.
Seat? He got shot in the backside.
My upper thigh, actually.
Backside it was. But that's no joke either. It's not easy to run with an arrow stuck in your arse. If I hadn't carried him...
I admit it, you saved my arse.
Well, now, you two have been through a thing or two. As far as I can tell, it really was his backside and not his thigh. I examined Hans and saw the scar for myself. But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
No, true. I'll never forget you for dragging me all the way here from the lake.
You're quite welcome. The Lords of Lipa do not leave their friends in the lurch.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things. But I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Gelios, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
Oh, Bajana, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
Ah, but I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that spade. We can't manage without it.
Yes, of course. And thanks for everything you've done, Bajana.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see.
Ok,
It's not
obrigado.
all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlana. This'll come in handy.
No doubt. But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right. We're very glad we met you. And we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
As Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing arts. And you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the House of Lipa for all time. If you should ever find yourself in need, the doors of Perkstein shall always be open to you.
Thank you, sir. Though, I'm not sure I could find the way to Perkstein. Hopefully we'll never need to take up your offer. Sorry for...
Are you managing here all right?
We don't complain. We mostly live off the woods, and when we need something else, we buy it or get it from the villagers. Mostly, I weave baskets. And me and Ma brew ointments and potions. Then I go around the villages selling them, or I barter them for stuff we need. Sometimes folk come here to us, when it's something serious.
Is anything interesting happening around these parts?
Them bandits is riding roughshod over the place. It's about time Lord von Bergau rousted them out. But I reckon you know something about that, huh?
You got that right.
And there's to be a big wedding. Young Lord Semin's gonna marry the daughter of the bailiff of Troskowitz, Thrush. That's the biggest thing happening. Apart from that... A band of nomads turned up here. They got a camp somewhere down by the pond.
How come you live here and not in the village?
Oh, that's hard to explain. It's just the way things turned out. And Ma and... Look, that's our affair, and we won't talk about it.
Ok.
Sorry.
You said you'd shoot arrows at the Cumans. You can use a bow.
Yeah, I'm pretty handy with it. I train up there, on the cliff, whenever I have a free moment. And the hares hanging in Ma's kitchen didn't just walk in by themselves. If they'd let me take part in the tournament at Trotsky Castle, I'd beat all the men hands down, but that'll never happen. So I have to make do with hares and a straw mannequin. Farewell, my friend.
Well done. I got rid of that corpse for you.
God bless you, Henry. Thank you kindly. I'll sleep easier now, and when Ignatius the Gravedigger comes by, I'll get him to take care of the rest. Praise be Jesus Christ.
How come you live out here?
That's just the way it is.
Ah. Can you tell me something?
What can I say? The village of
Nas
Shelioth is
proximidades, perto dele tem uma
nearby.
grande estalagem.
And to the north of Shelioth is
Na cobre eles têm um
Takov.
ferreiro, uma pequena
There's no
taverna.
love lost between the folks from Shelioth and Takov. They're always out to spite each.
I don't suppose they...
It ain't far from Shelioth to Semin. Sir Jan, the owner, he got the biggest village in these parts is Troskovitz, what lies at the foot of the castle. Then there's Nabakov Fortress. But Pavlena knows more gossip about folk around.
What about those armed...
Damned if I know. It was good to see you, my friend.
Calma aí, tem o... Aprendemos a fazer a pinga da salvação, né? Bom, acho que... por aqui é isso, né? Não tem, acho que, nada mais pra gente fazer pra cá. A gente subiu um ponto de sobrevivência, hein? Tem de agilidade. Agilidade que em todas as armas será 2%. Em geral, que se a sua agilidade for menor do que a arma, você terá mais dificuldade para usá-la. Por outro lado, se for maior, o consumo de força será reduzido, com essa vantagem você poderá... Interessante, o dano de queda é reduzido, mão dominante. Se a arma é um monstro, os ataques costumam de acordo, o bloqueio também costuma mais acordo e terão mais eficazes. Esse efeito se aplica quando você tem uma tocha na mão. Esquivas, tá, interessante. Esse, né, que eu posso diminuir. E o mão dominante, vamos pegar esse. Esse. Sobreviver. Darilha, a qualidade da cama aumenta, mestre cozinheiro. Caso da sorte. Isso aqui é bom, hein? Ah, isso, porque sempre que a gente pegar uma plantinha, a gente pega XP pra poder... Eu tenho... Na guerra... É bom, hein? Também é bom, que é... Em combate você recupera 10% mais rápido o vigor. Espada. Um ataque dispara totalmente carregado, sua habilidade o ataque além de mais forte será mais difícil de ser. Primeiro golpe. Se você acertar um golpe numa zona desprotegida, ou seja, na zona onde está bloqueando, o adversário terá mais dificuldade em bloquear seus ataques subsequentes. Bateador de tendão. Não, espada mansa. Interessante. Isso aqui é bom. Ataque. Vou pegar esse. Só esse. Não, dá pra pegar mais um. Mais dois. Também é bom, porque aí eu posso deixar o cara mais lento. estiver só com a espada na mão e não estiver usando nada, interessante. Vou pegar o gladiador. Hermoso, você ganhar reputação aumento será 10% maior. Oportunista, perde 10%. Se seu carisma for maior que 20, sua armadura será considerada mais sim, memorável. Mudanças na sua reputação para melhor para pior se espalham mais rapidamente pelo território entre os grupos diferentes, movido pela vingança. Após marcar um oponente em combate de curta distância, você ganha de dano de ataque, vigor, efeitos duros 30 segundos. Você ganha reputação. Não sei, mano. Interessante. Vou pegar esse aqui também. Depois a gente vai evoluindo conforme. Bom, acho que. Vamos tudo que tinha pra upar. Dá um save e bora falar com o Capão pra gente continuar a nossa.
Finally! Where do you keep dallying?
My apologies, sir.
Henry, don't provoke me.
I don't think Trotsky Castle is going to go anywhere. So what's the rush for all of a sudden?
We have a crucial mission, and things are already fucked up quite enough. I intend to return to Ratai with good news and to do it quickly. Let's go!
What about the rest of our company?
You saw for yourself. But you're right, we shouldn't just leave it at that. As soon as we get to Trotsky, I'll make sure they get a proper Christian burial.
And when we get back to Ratai, we'll have a mass.
You're right. They were damned good lads.
What about Mutt? He's bound to be looking for us.
Henry, I like your dog. But
He saved my skin.
so did I. First Trotsky, von Bergov and the mission.
All right.
I'd expect no less of you.
Procurar o doguinho, né?
Hold on a bit. Before we hit the road, there's some Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle?
I tell you.
Of course, Henry, but that's nonsense. Toth is and Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. It was dark. God
I saw him, the bat.
Yes. We'll surely get him one day. I promise. But I see you haven't wasted any time and found yourself a weapon to replace that sword. Come on. Let's get going. You're mine?
Beleza, bora lá. Obrigado, senhora. Ó, deu até umas moedas pra ele. Silver Presents. War Horse Studios Production. É tipo o Senhor dos Anéis agora essa parte, eles andando pelos campos. O maluco caiu ali. Tá cansado. Fomos perseguidos pelo doguinho.
Oh, I hope they've got a good physician at this castle. Or at least a barber. I mean, that old crone got me on my feet. But I don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't beat an educated man of medicine.
And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed.
And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed.
Então, né?
Open up! I bear an urgent message for your liege lord.
Vocês perderam a carta aí.
Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Tem ninguém em casa?
Fucking shit! Fuck! You fucking cunts! Do you know who I am? No, we fucking don't! I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, heir to Ratai! Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
Foi esse maluco aí que a gente viu.
They say they're messengers. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. Envoy...
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also
Meio
ambushed by
estranha essa
outlaws.
história, hein?
The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
I'm getting in, whether you like it or not. Get your shitty hands off me! Look, wait. Wait, one moment!
Que bosta, hein?
What the fuck was that? So now what?
Deu ruim.
There's only one thing we can do.
O quê?
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
Viagem deu ruim.
Well, she's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars, and we stink even worse.
What the fuck was all that at the gate? You try to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
Well, I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
And the first thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
So we'll earn some.
Earn?
I'm not afraid of work. And we're gonna need every groschen we can get.
And how long will it take for you to earn a few groschen? And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
A laughingstock? We were outnumbered by a gang of bandits.
Yes, and how come they got away with it? Because we camped at that fucking pond. We've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas, instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
We'll go back and bury them as soon as we can.
Yeah, as soon as possible. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Pagenes. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food! About bloody time.
Deve ser bagulho zoado.
Here we are. Gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Vamos lavar os pratos.
Cheers.
What is it?
It's that woman from the pond.
Or the one you gave us away for?
Find better that witch. Wench.
What I tell you? What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
Será que ela viu eles?
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
You're the one from that pond.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment.
Is anyone
I
you know
heard
going
some
to
talk about
Que brecha, hein?
Oh? What was that?
Daddy's wounded.
Oh, hi. Poor Captain Thomas might never get back on his feet. Him and his men were attacked by bandits. Most of them are dead.
Jesus Christ.
Lord von Berghoff is beside himself and won't allow his soldiers out the castle.
Aha!
hope my uncle
So
don't let
that's
me
why
down.
they sent you for the wine. Wait a moment then. I'll be right back.
I hear one of them nomads.
Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on, are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
You were attacked by those bandits.
What bandits? What are you on about?
We saved you. Me and my lord there. Surely you couldn't forget.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle, and I wasn't at any pond.
And I have no idea why you're trying to deny it. I saw you with my own eyes. A couple of the bandits grabbed you, but their leader put a stop to it. It was all very strange.
Shut up! For God's sake! Someone will hear you. I wasn't at the pond, and that's that. And don't mention it again. To me or anyone else. Got that?
Here's your wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Look, please. I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the king's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again!
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
Health, lads. That's the most important thing. Enjoy yours while you've still got it.
Why you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
It ain't what it used to be. My knees
Always ready.
Glad to hear it. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you work your debt off, like I said.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house. But as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's why I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
All right, we'll do it. Carrying a few sacks won't kill us. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right, we'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
Rat-eye.
Rat-tie. Rat-tie. That rings a bell. I ain't been further than the back off me whole life, but I know this place inside and out.
What's life like here?
Better now that you and your pal have finally had a wash. Truth to
Engraçadinho.
tell, it used to be better. The war might be far away, but more and more young lads are going away to fight. But then there's a shortage of folk to do the work around here, and that's a big problem.
I'm sorry.
Well, can't be helped. Let's hope things get better.
Where can I find work around these parts?
First, you gotta carry them sacks for me, so don't bother looking anywhere else yet. But otherwise, you can find work anywhere. You just need to keep your eyes open and not be afraid to ask. Try Radovan the smith for one. He's a bit odd, but he'll pay decently for a helping hand. Come to mention it, he's sat just round the corner there, if you want to ask him about it. And that fella next to him is Miller Crazel. He needs helpers now and then. But watch out for him. You know what they say about Millers.
I've heard things all right.
Well then, be careful.
Is this the only tavern here?
In Troskovitz it is.
You must be doing pretty well then, eh?
I'd be doing a lot better if everyone paid their bills.
Where do you want the sacks moved to?
To the pantry. That's the second door inside there. But I'd split the work with your pal if I was you. So you don't do yourself a mischief. It's his debt too, ain't it?
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Ah, nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Samin is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Troskovitz bailiff.
Games do
And
Careca.
it's going to be a
No
grand
apoio
affair.
aqui.
When rich folks get
Boa
Valeu, meu
live.
brother. Tamo
that's a
junto.
feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets
Valeu
hitched
pela
to a
moral,
bathhouse
mano.
wench.
Will Lord von Burgov be at the wedding?
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely he will be. Samin is his vassal.
Who is this Semin?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Samin. The fort in the village belonged to him. Old Jan Samin is the head of the family. And his son's called Olda. And it's him who's getting itched. There used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Samin, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth.
Could I get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for invited guests only.
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. Young Svaja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart.
Is that all you know about the wedding?
What else is there to know?
Where's the pantry?
Second door inside the town.
I'll go and discuss it with...
And careful with them sacks. Aye, coming right up.
Beleza. As quests que a gente tem que fazer. Meio confuso ainda. Isso da DLC. DLC é esse aqui, ó. O Brasão do Leão. Esse aqui é o quê? De ponto de interesse. E aqui é o quê? Tá, mas sobre o casamento de Temine, conte para cá com um plano de trabalho.
Going down nicely, is it?
Going down the tree. Deal.
One day, when their time
Bêbado
comes,
Maresh.
I'll take her to the butcher.
Greetings.
To you too.
Greetings to you.
Likewise, lad.
I haven't seen you here before. Where are you from?
Well, I'm not from around here.
An ordinary
I find that hard to believe. Me and Crazel have had a...
You look like beggars, but you talk like learned fellows. You two are an odd pair.
Do me a favor. It's obvious they're too hard up. What do they call you, lad?
I'm Henry.
So, Henry, what was it you were after?
Since you've joined us.
I'm looking for work.
And what can you do?
I can do a lot of things. But mainly, I'm a blacksmith.
Bugger me. A blacksmith, you say? That makes two of us. And my apprentices have just vanished along with my goods, the bastards. When I'm swamped with work. Let's shake on it.
Why work in the smithy when you can work in my mill? The job's cleaner and less grueling.
Oi, I asked him first.
My own pa was a blacksmith, so I spent my whole childhood at the forge. I know how to handle a hammer and bellows.
Bugger me. That's a lot more than the last lot I had. Whenever you're passing by that way, drop into my forge in Takov and ask for Radovan. That's me.
I heard there's going to be a big wedding in these parts. What do you know about it?
Então, né?
That's right. A big affair in Samine.
Everyone wants to go.
And anyone who's not invited is trying to worm their way in somehow. Not me, though. I couldn't give a toss.
Because you weren't invited, eh?
Of course I was invited. But what do I care about young Samine and the bailiff's lass? We're all just playthings in God's hands. One day, our earthly bonds will vanish in time, like smoke.
Trying to sound clever again, are you, Crazel?
All I'm saying is that these petty affairs of men leave me cold.
Sod that, it's gonna be big. Even Lord von Burgo himself is gonna be at the wedding. And he hardly ever shows his face in public.
So, how can I get to the wedding?
The best thing would be to find a job that we needed there.
Aye. There's always lots of hands needed at a wedding. As the hours pass and the guests raise their goblets, they'll lower their guard.
Bugger it. Cut the mysterious horse shit. You'll scare the lad. Look, if I'm satisfied with you in the smithy, I can guarantee you'll be at the wedding.
Or, if you came to help me at the mill, I'll get you there as well.
Keep your nose out, Crazel. The lad wants to work for me. It's his family trade, so don't try to mess with his head.
Well, maybe he'll change his mind.
Would it be possible to get to von Burgov, even though he keeps his distance from people?
I don't know. He's either locked away in his castle or traveling somewhere. And he's powerful and important, so the only chance of meeting him is at the wedding. At least for us who are invited.
And everybody will want something from him. He'll be dancing for joy, I can tell you.
Could someone get to the wedding without an invitation?
Someone? You mean? Forget it, looking like that.
Well, I think it might be possible, using certain methods. Play of light and shadow, a cloak as black as night.
What are you going on about? More Miller's witchery.
All right. I won't say another word.
Semin's bound to keep a damn close eye on his big day, so you won't get in without an invitation.
About that job.
I look forward to seeing you at the Tachov smithy.
I haven't been here before, and I'd like to learn something about this region.
What's there to say? It's not a bad place to live.
It's usually peaceful, thank God. I don't like too much excitement.
You've got good reason to hide, I reckon.
That's enough of your mudslinging. It's actually good to live in an estate where the Lord's away most of the time.
That's true. Just a couple of villages, rocks, fields, not even a church worth the name, in fact. That's despite Otto van Burgo being one of the kingdom's most powerful nobles. The darkest place is under the candlestick, as they say.
When his lordship isn't in these parts, his chamberlain stands in for him. Ulrich von Schaumburg's his name.
I saw him on the gate tower, when he sent us packing like beggars.
Aye, he's a right haughty bastard. On the other hand, he can be negotiated with.
If you can get to him.
So it's peaceful here. Is that all?
Aye. Except there's more trade right now because of the wedding.
But we'll be back to our old ways in a month from now. Thank God.
I've got to be going.
Wait, there's something else I want to ask. What's your story? Are you students? Apprentices?
You ain't, are you? You look too scruffy.
We're messengers who were supposed to deliver a letter to Sir Otto von Berghoff. We set up camp down by the pond, and in the evening we were attacked by bandits. They slaughtered our men. It was only through luck that we saved our skins. We lost everything, even the letter. So they wouldn't let us into the castle.
Can't say I'm surprised. I'd send you packing myself. But it's true, there's bandits marauding in these parts. They're getting bolder and bolder. Even attacked a patrol from the castle recently.
Aye, these are evil times. Nothing never happened like that in King Charles's day.
Farewell then, Henry.
Farewell.
What do you mean? Steal.
One day.
It happens.
When the time
Just watch
comes,
where you're going next
I'll
time.
take her to the book.
Greetings. Are you the bailiff, son?
Hi, that's me. Who are you?
I'm Henry.
I'll probably forget after a few tankards anyway. What do you want? You don't think you're gonna wangle some coin out of me, do you?
No. I'll just have a couple of questions.
Ask away. I have plenty of time.
What's going on here in the region apart from that?
Apart from the bandits? Nothing much. Life's peaceful enough. The war has steered clear of us, thankfully. Lord von Berghoff is respected throughout the kingdom. But high politics is nothing for me. I don't stick my nose into it.
Take you next time I can.
I heard your sister's getting married.
Indeed she is. It's going to be a grand affair. There are even guests coming from Gutenberg. Even Lord von Berghoff is coming. That's how important my family is.
Look, I need to pass on an important message to von Berghoff. But I can't get into the castle because of what happened to us. Do you think you could...
Invite you? Not a chance. I don't know you from Adam.
It would only be for a while.
Look, loads of lackeys like you will be needed at the wedding. Try asking for a job. I'm not saying you're sure to get to von Berghoff that way, but you can try.
You must know young Lord Semin, don't you?
Aye, he's a close friend. Although he's been acting a bit odd recently.
Odd? Odd how?
He spends more time in the woods than at home. Always riding off somewhere and doesn't want to talk about it. Maybe he'll be his old self after the wedding.
I already know how to get to the wedding. I spoke to the miller and the smith, and they both promised to get me in.
Oh, aye. The smith does business with old Semin, and nothing happens around these parts without Miller Krazel being involved. But watch out. If I see you're up to no good there, you'll get more than a slapped wrist. Got that?
Thanks. I have to be off.
Wait a moment. Since you're here, do you play dice? It occurred to me we could roll a few. What do you say?
I've got nothing to wager.
That's a shame. It's no fun if there's nothing at stake. You know what? If you beat me, we'll work something out with the wedding.
You'd invite us, you mean?
You'd have to beat me first. And that's not going to happen.
Ok.
We'll see about that. Let's play.
You really are desperate to get to the wedding, huh? With you.
Oh, Fortuna, may the best player win. These ones here.
Puta aí. Aí você me fode.
Finished. Your turn. How's life treating you? Not too bad. I've got so much to do. I'd have to split myself in two to get it done. Why don't you nothing worth
Bosta.
where could I find a decent apprentice? People are always asking me if you're looking for They're never good enough for you. I don't want some good for nothing in my house. I need someone who's capable. These ones here. And most importantly, doesn't drink. Oh, come on!
But the answer's obvious. Drink together. That way you'll keep an eye on the lad. We'll even have some.
6, 6, 6. 4, 4, não dá.
Why the long face? Oh, I've just got this.
Se ele não bater os pontos agora. Puta, fodeu, eu perdi.
Great!
That was a pretty poor show.
What can you...
Bollocks it is. Oh well. Maybe we'll have...
What about a rematch right now?
No chance. The off...
É. Tentar de novo.
Aye, coming right up.
How's it going?
Mustn't grumble.
Mind where you're going.
I talked to that woman.
I noticed. It didn't look like she was too.
The main thing is, she did not...
It's definitely her, though. You don't think.
I got the feeling she did... I did get something out.
What?
Von Bergov is about to...
Sacra! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get.
Calm down. Let me finish. Young Lord Semin, a nobleman, is marrying the local bailiff's daughter. It's invitation only, of course.
Why should some wedding in a ship?
Because it looks like Von Ber...
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. And that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning.
I'll come up with some...
I hope so. We'll ask the local.
There's something else we have to sort out.
I noticed that.
We can work off our debt. If we both do it...
Lug sack!
I'm serious.
I can't work.
Do you have any idea what you look like?
Well, all right. I may not look. People will remember my face. And when everything's cleared up, as if the disgrace at the gate was...
Não seja mimado, amigo.
You know, sir, not everyone is born with a silver spoon in their mouth, so you should be able to manage it too.
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of...
Would that be some aristocrat...
Not so fast. Oratoris, the priests, Laboratoris, the plebs who shovel shit, and Bellatoris, the warriors who protect now with... So if you find me a sword, I can get to work, but wield a pit...
Eu sei como essa língua não está queimando.
I understand.
Thank you, Henry. And don't worry.
I'm on it.
Thanks again for accepting it with humility.
How? By giving me a large estate?
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your dog. As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice. Although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dog...
That would be kind of you.
I knew you'd be...
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
Greetings.
Likewise, I haven't...
We're messengers from Ratai. Here to deliver...
Hear that, Crazel? A messenger.
He's a lame liar, or...
I'm not lying.
Well, whether you're lying or not, what do they call you?
I'm Henry.
So,
Since...
I'm looking...
And what can...
I can do a lot.
Bugger me. And my... Let's shake...
Why work...
Oi!
Já vi tudo isso.
Bugger me. Whenever you're...
I heard...
That's everyone. And... Because...
Of course.
Trying to say...
All I'm...
Sod that. Even Lord... I don't know. So the...
And every...
Could...
So...
What play?
What are you doing? Seming's...
So...
The best...
Aye. Is he...
Bugger it. Look.
Or...
Keep your nose up.
Well...
About that...
I look for...
I'd like...
You've heard...
What's that?
It's usual.
You've got good...
That's enough. Actually...
That's... Just a... That's...
When it's low... Aye.
If you could...
So...
Aye.
But...
I've got to...
Wait. Out with it.
We set up... It was only... We lost...
Can't say it, but it's true.
Aye.
Farewell then.
Farewell.
Innkeeper, what's
Tem alguma coisa que eu consigo upar? Acho que ainda não, né?
taking so long?
Falar com o cara aqui pra tentar...
Going down nicely, is it?
Going down a treat.
Greetings.
Aye, that's...
I'm Henry of Galax.
I'll probably forget after a few... What do you...
No.
Ask...
What's
Part lifes, but...
I already know how to get to the wedding.
Oh, but...
I heard...
Indeed, even...
Look, do you...
It would... Look, I'm not saying...
You must...
Aye.
Odd. Thanks.
Wait a minute, it occurred... You know what?
You'd invite...
You'd have... You...
Vamos jogar então.
I'm seriously curious about you, lad.
I'll have a beer. So, I went to cut down the old oak at the crossroads. Oh no, why? Lovely tree like that. It's a nice place to rest when you pass by the sunrise.
Ave Maria.
No great loss.
Porra.
It wasn't that good anyway.
Bottoms up.
My God, I'm done.
I bought a lovely new boat. Great price. Let's have a go.
Nothing nice left here.
Don't worry. When's the last time you saw the bailiff get anything done?
Quite a long face.
Oh. Still be here long after we I've got her. Go with Yahi.
I reckon you ain't going nowhere.
I've got her. Yahi!
Yeah, went home already.
What? Innkeeper, a beer!
Let it be now. I want to play too, you know.
Yahi!
Stop shouting and have a drink.
Yeah?
If I was you, I'd take it.
To your health, my friends!
Have you lost your mind? You're going to lose everything.
I'm telling you, he fucked me over. Again. He's supposed to be a
Agora vamos passar, né? Porque...
for fuck's sake. He's nothing but a bloody fraud. I mean, who the hell does he think he is?
Pô, o cara vai ganhar aí.
Finally!
That was a pretty bollock. Oh well. No.
Não, a gente vai... Eu vou ganhar desse cara aí, fi.
If I decided to steal her.
Greetings.
Hi.
I'm...
What do you...
No.
Ask.
I heard you.
Indeed, even
Look, do you? It would
look. I'm not.
You might.
Hi.
Odd.
What's part of life's, but but
Thanks.
wait a minute. It occurred. You know what?
You'd invite.
It happened. You.
I'm seriously curious about you, lad.
Dois, três, 4, 5, 6.
It's a good thing you don't throw like that all the time. Good game, friend.
Bloody hell. You've played before. Admit it.
True.
Thank God we weren't playing for coin.
Well, we were playing for something else.
Well, it's not that easy, you know.
You were lying then?
A bit. But look on the bright side.
Yeah, I didn't win anything.
You can still get to the wedding as a...
Então, mano, tá me tirando, cara.
What happened with the big wheel? At the mill?
You're not the fella who's supposed to carry the sacks, are you?
The innkeeper told me we should move the sacks.
So what are you waiting for? I'm bored to death already. I'll move each sack so you can get a better grip on it. But don't expect no more from me. God bless you.
Oof! That's an half heavy. Oh.
Great price.
What a waste of money.
Did you hear that the king himself announced that everyone should have a good bow?
You didn't hear it from the trader who sold you the bow. Saying about that.
Come to think of it, it was him.
Hey, it's a deal.
Go ahead and tell France and Vashek too.
I love you too, mate.
Lend me your bullet when it's time to sow winter grain. One beer, please.
Era pra ir pro segundo? Bugou, hein? Porque já tô indo pro terceiro e tá um de 5. Esse aqui não conta, não? Ah, tá. Tem que botar aqui na ponta do bagulho.
What did you say? Say it again.
It was their own fault.
What do you mean? They attacked themselves? What the fuck are you trying to say?
Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trotsky. Making camp in such an unprotected place is suicide.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smart-ass?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond. Only a fool would do that.
I've had enough of your insults. Our men were slaughtered there.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you surviving a fight against bandits even von Berghoff himself has trouble with?
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding.
Did you hear what that lying nobody wants?
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein.
Deixa eu já voltar isso aqui para poder o
Here it comes.
What you up?
What? Look out.
I'm gonna lose.
The innkeeper told me we should move the sacks.
So what are you waiting for? I'm bored to death already. I'll move each sack so you can get a better grip on it. But don't expect no more from me.
Oof! That isn't half heavy. Oh.
Great. Get them out of here. God bless you.
Vai acabar preso. O cara vai arrumar treta ali.
Look out.
It happens.
O cara fica na minha frente, mano.
Right. Listen to this.
Is that supposed to be Latin?
Clever you. Do you know what it means?
No. And I doubt you do either.
The burden of proof is on the one who declares, not on the one who denies. So you see, I speak Latin. I've just proven to you that I'm a nobleman.
You've proved fuck all.
I'll have a
Remembering some words you heard in church doesn't make you a nobleman. You know what? I've had enough of your bullocks. Sit down and shut your mouth, or I'll shut it for you.
Just try it, you worm. Just try it.
I might just do that.
I'd expect you to be more sympathetic towards people who've been ambushed when you've got so many bandits and other rabble here.
We are sympathetic, but you're no nobleman, just an ordinary big mouth.
How can you say that, you numbskull? I keep telling you, we lost everything.
Would a sensible nobleman set up camp in such a stupid place? Somewhere by a pond, out in the open?
I'm afraid he'll go I don't know about it.
More than you.
Someone
Shit, you
really do something
Did you hear what happened at the big wheel?
At the mill?
Yeah, the place by the GeForce stream.
I'm a bit peckish.
Go ahead and tell Frank to fucking annoy me.
Oh, yeah? Well, you've been annoying me the whole time.
He comes here from God knows where, talks out of his ass, and is then rude to boot?
I'll have you all horsewhipped for this one day, you cur.
You should be careful you don't get a beating first.
Bom, os caras pararam de falar. Agora que eles vão tretar, né?
Here you go.
What did you say?
It was their...
What do you mean?
Everyone...
Where else were they
Somewhere in the rock?
But calm down, both of you.
I'm perfectly calm. It's your chum here who's ranting and raving.
Pack it in, Henry. There's no point in arguing with this yokel. He fancies himself as a military strategist.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you, surviving a fight against bandits, even von Berghoff himself has trouble with?
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize. I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. You're starting to bore me. You and your silly made-up name.
No apology, then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Oh, I'm so scared.
That's enough. Cut it out, both of you.
Mind your own business. Take your ragamuffin friend and get the fuck out of our village.
I give you a chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me. Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
Oh, I'd like to see that. Come on, then.
You scum!
Oxe, que briga é essa? A porra.
Hey, now you fucked up. Yeah, take it, bury it. Lighten up. You shouldn't have. You're not much for us, Placa.
Fuck her!
These days, no one's
Lighten up.
Get bloody hope, fucker.
Take your ass off.
Don't bury it.
You should have fucking stayed out of it. I'll show you how I feel.
Hey, get him!
You haven't a chance.
I hope he hasn't hurt anyone else.
Scheiße! You won't get me. That's them. Take that! Lighten up! I don't have room for dear old Mark! Lighten up! Stink!
Filthy vermin!
I'm all yours!
These days, no one should ever
Take
really
that
say.
fucker out, damn it! Show what you're made of!
Don't
Shame on you!
Don't rubber! Hey, get him! Take that fucker out, damn it!
Pensei que ia conseguir lutar até o final.
What the hell is going on here? Grab them vagabonds!
Mano, ele dá um soco na cara do maluco.
Bastards! This will cost you dearly. Keep your mouth shut and don't make it worse. What? You behave like a spoilt brat. How dare you speak... You know, if you just shut up and done some work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle, but no, not his lordship. You've got a nerve. If you hadn't have played the hero, we'd have been there long since and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that mess. Oh yeah, because this isn't a mess, is it? Fuck off.
Shut up! Or you'll get a whipping too.
Esse cara se fudeu.
Just who the hell do you think you are?
I'm the only one of us with any sense. I'm not the one who acts like a spoiled child.
Spoiled child? You're in danger of crossing the line, Henry. Better keep your mouth shut. I shouldn't have brought you along.
Well, that's something we can agree on. I could have been sitting in the mill instead of rotting in these stocks.
And whose fault is that?
I was just defending you. Should I have let that fop beat you senseless?
I only wanted him to apologize. I'd expect my right-hand man to argue my case a bit better.
What do you think I was trying to do? You should have listened to me and calmed down.
And let him insult me. Fat chance. If it hadn't been for me, we wouldn't have even been in that tavern. We've been in the shit right from the start because you had to play at being the knight in shining underwear, saving damsels in distress.
I don't believe it. You're trying to put the blame on me? Just like that?
Who else is to blame? You're just a simple peasant who has no idea how the world works.
Hey, let's just stop all this arguing. It'll just make things worse.
Fuck you. I've had it up to here with you. With you and your pontificating. You were supposed to make sure nothing went wrong. And how did that turn out? It was me who had to save your life. You're fucking useless. You couldn't even keep an eye on your own mutt.
Jurar, fazer as pazes.
Oh, that's enough. This isn't getting us anywhere. I understand you're downcast after all that happened to us. And I understand you need to take it out on someone. I can take it. But we shouldn't forget we have a job to do.
Salve.
Do it, we must.
Salve, meu brother.
Elementos.
Together.
Salve, meu parceiro. Seja bem-vindo à live.
When you're by my side.
You don't really mean that. Calm down.
I'm perfectly calm. That's it. My life went to shit from the first moment I met you. And I've only just realised it. You're like a ball and chain. And I'd have bagged that wild boar too if it weren't for you.
Well...
And none of the rest would have happened. I wouldn't have been showered in shit.
Oh, come on, Capon.
Don't you cape on me. Not another word. I have to consider what to do next.
Cara, dormiu em pé, coitado.
Right, ladies. Time to go home. But I swear to Christ, if I catch you again, I'm gonna skin you both alive. Isn't that? Ocelotto.
Hey!
Cala a boca, amigo.
Oh, shit. Right, where were we? Go on, get out of my sight. What are we gonna do?
You can do as you like. You can go and carry sacks or dig latrines. I'll look after myself. I'll go and see Lord von Berghoff at the wedding. I bid you farewell.
Hey.
If I were in your shoes, I'd be glad to be rid of the good for nothing, eh? Yeah. All right, off you go.
Crime e reputação. Cada ação sua tem consequência. Se você cometer crimes no mundo, as pessoas não sabem que tudo aquilo que são honestos deve evitar considerado do crime. Não deve matar inocente, roubar, invadir casa dos outros. Ferir pessoas mais ou menos, pode parecer no consequência do crime. Se alguém pegar cometendo crime, a pessoa denunciará aos guardas ou confrontará. E daqui ninguém pega em flagrante, você não estará necessariamente a salvo. As pessoas não são idiotas, elas podem dizer que foi você o autor do crime. A reputação, beleza, é mais ou menos igual ao primeiro, suave.
I suppose I really do need to find some job. I'll find mutt without you, you stuck-up lord of Perkstein.
Henry?
Quanto jeito de entrar no Flamengo, entrei na casa do ferreiro.
Well, come on. I don't bite.
Nossa, que rolê, hein? Aqui é pra ver o bagulho de onde tá o doguinho, né? Aqui é o ferreiro. O que é que tem aqui? Professor de habilidade. Praskovitz.
Do you have a moment?
What do you want from me?
I don't want anything from you. I should actually be thanking you.
Uh-huh. For what?
I've been begging for alms here for days, but I didn't make any real coin till today. And that's thanks to you. The scene you made brought out nearly all of Troskowitz.
You're welcome. At least it was good for something.
Oh well, not many people can make such a strong first impression. But look on the bright side.
Hmm?
Now things can only get better.
Yes, you're probably right. It doesn't get much worse than that. Unless somebody tries to kill me. Again.
You're still alive in one piece. It's a new day and the sun is shining. Like Tomcat always says, bruises build character.
Hey, you. What's your name, anyway? What do you do?
I'm Bara. Just Bara.
Looks like you know your way around here pretty good. You're from here, right?
I ain't. I'm just passing through.
Where are you headed? If you're only passing through here.
For work, to the city. I'm tired of serving landholders. They all promise the moon, but then you're eating stale bread, cold porridge, and a nary a groschen in sight. With the city folk, it's bound to be better.
You said you're going to a city. You mean like to Prague? Or somewhere further?
I'd like to go to Prague, but I don't know anybody there. In Kuttenberg, at least I have a cousin.
Aha. So you're going to visit her?
Well, she doesn't know it yet. But I won't be troubling her long, just until I find a way to make a living.
What do you want to do in the city?
I'll find something. I'm not afraid of work. I'm not half-witted. Maybe someone could use a cook or a servant.
Don't get your hopes up. The city can be a pretty dangerous place for a girl on her own.
You mean they don't hand out groschen by the bucketful? And the streets aren't full of roasted stuffed geese? I appreciate your concern, but I have to get to the city first. That's going to take me a long while yet.
You're something like...
Nah, I usually find work with someone.
Then why are you begging him?
Sometimes I collect herbs for the... I'd like to go somewhere else. But on the whole, you could say I'm a traveller.
Why?
Because they're different, and it scares people. They try...
I'd like to see what they're hoping.
You can go and see them. Just...
Perdi reputação, por
Why exactly are you helping?
Why? Why? I've been in the ship plenty of times, and I know how appreciated...
Do you know anything more about Tomcat?
They say he's a master swordsman, but a real joker too.
How does he show...
With his muscles. He rigs logs with his hands. He even let himself be... But to be fair to him, Stanislav's sheep fell into a pit one time.
And Tomcat pulled it out?
And, not just that, he crawled down to get it. And when he
Where might I run into?
in the camp by the tower. That is, by Rock Tower Pond.
Should I watch out for them?
No, I don't think so. They mind their... Try not to stare too hard and hold your tongue. Otherwise Tomcat will show you some...
Do you think Tomcat might teach me a few...
No offence. But compared to him...
I don't want to pull wagons, but if he can handle a weapon, I'd be happy.
Well, one of the guards tried to take him on and came back whipped like a...
Well, sure. If he...
More like some trick he's got that our watch doesn't know.
I'm practically naked.
At least you're not walking around bare-assed.
Ah, very funny.
And what do you have in mind? Brocade and satin?
What armour are you talking?
Oh, nothing. They say a famous knight lived here who killed a ferocious lion. Or the other way round. It doesn't matter. I don't even know.
And is the armor real?
Maybe. Maybe not. Geibel, the scribe, might know something about it.
Isso aqui é da DLC, né? Quero ser um nobre, quero... Não me destacar pra ser furtivo. Preciso de uma armadura pra ser...
I could use some armor. Proper, like, for a knight. And no rusty junk.
And...
Well, yeah. I don't look so good. But I swear I came...
wow.
That's a lot.
Well, you can hardly buy new armor now, but you might find something in the town hall armory.
Thanks.
Just don't get yourself caught.
I have no money.
The hell you will. This is... Here you go. I'll skip supper.
Wow.
Yeah, don't start crying.
Damn. I could use a horse.
Don't exaggerate.
Still.
There's a stud farm in Semin. Renowned far and...
And which way is Semin?
southwest from here, not too far. There's a road. Once you see the walled farmhouse, you're there. Though, I'll be a queen before you can afford a horse from...
Do you know where I might find...
Betty in the tavern lets people sleep in the hay. But you...
I'm not going near that tavern. I can't...
If you find some work...
My main concern is getting to that wedding in Semin.
Well, yeah. People are talking of nothing else. The Lord's son is getting married to...
How much time do you think I have?
From what I hear, the bride's dress still ain't finished, and blacksmith Radovan still... So, no rush.
Hopefully by then I really need...
I can see that. Save up for something, or use those...
Oh well. It was nice to meet you.
Don't worry, you'll manage.
Beleza, então tem bastante... Tá porra, apareceu coisa pra caralho. O A aqui é o quê? Gatoro, aqui é o casamento, né? Aqui é o ferreiro, né? Armadura do leão, informações. Aqui é um ponto de interesse. Ponto de interesse, tá.
Forget your clothes somewhere? Careful.
I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
Onde que é o escriba? Aqui em cima? Não.
What's new in the camp?
I heard something's going on in Project the Innkeeper is probably coming up with some mischief to... Will they never? And now I've been visited by one. He said he found more fresh graves behind his field.
What do you mean more? You sound like this isn't the first...
So we found someone buried here. Don't he? I've been digging up bodies ever since that bandit gang. Also,
Essas mercadorias lá na região, caraca.
someone stealing cabbage.
Cabbage?
Aye, and the peasants won't stop bugging me about it. I was just... Say, do I really have to do this? Do I have the time to look for... And that's about...
That sounds interesting. I'd like to buy something.
If it's a tradesman you're after, most of your best bet is to ask our merchant Jörg. He knows...
What's new in the...
I was just visited by... He said...
What do you mean?
I've been...
Vai, filhão. Fala tudo.
I'd like to report an ambush. Some scoundrels attacked my...
That's a serious matter.
Well,
I don't understand why he's not lodging a complaint himself.
It's a long story.
Sorry, fella, but I'm not... If you were telling the truth, why don't you... I'm sorry, lad, but until...
Excuse me, I'm looking for the man who was in the pillar.
I can't help you with that.
I need to speak with...
With the Royal Chamberlain? Are you...
Why not?
I'd like to talk to him too, boy. But he's still in Prague. He's hardly ever here.
And where do I find him?
Where do you think?
But they won't let me in.
What do you want me to do? I'm not going to put in a word.
What's new?
Nothing special. It's peaceful here, and the war has avoided us so far, Well, that's how it was.
And what happened?
What do you think? It started with that nomadic, and then the wolves started to come in from the forests on a cow, and then our master chamberlain. But that's no...
I understand.
Onde que é o escriba? Aqui tem um bagulho de amolar. Baú da indústria. O escriba tá lá na frente.
I'm sorry.
I'd like to apologize for that brawl.
That capon of yours is a puffed up fool, more to the point. But that... And you fought like a lion and all. We out...
What could I do?
What? He really is a noble, is he? In any case, as far as the two of us...
Right.
You can see I'm not some idiot, can't you? I just don't...
I hope not.
I'm sure you aren't. You're a good lad. If you ever want a proper workout and some fisticuffs, Lawrence the... Take care, friend.
Next time, have a bath before you come to see me, you pig.
Oxi.
I met the local beggar, Barrow.
She's here again? Oh, confound it. But we'll...
What?
You didn't give her any money, I hope. Rabble like that are like stray cats. Feed them once and...
No, she just told me you might know...
Armor? Unless you want to join the local watch, I don't... Unless, maybe, Radovan, the blacksmith from Tarkov.
But Barrow told me you might know of something better.
All that?
What legend?
It's... There are actually two legends, or why are you so interested anyway? Fine.
Oh, come now. Do a fellow scholar...
Youngster, being able...
I beg your pardon?
All right. No need to lose your temper. In short, they say the armor of ancient Bohemian Prince Brunswick is hidden. I don't believe it, of course. After all, I'm educated.
Who exactly was this?
You don't know, lad? Educate yourself. Brunswick was a...
Really? How is it that...
Perhaps... Because Prince Vladislav II got the lion for our coat of arms, for helping Emperor Frederick I.
But you just said that...
Brunswick is just a legend, but...
Could you recount for me the legend of Brunswick?
Well, Brunswick was a valiant Bohemian prince. He lived in a time when our country... So he decided to head out into the world...
A man after my own heart.
You may think so. But his wife, her name was Ludmilla, and she begged Brunswick still, he loved her very much, so he took her ring and told her that unless someone came and showed her that ring during the next but if he failed to return after 7 years...
Then what happened next?
Brunswick's party set out to sea, but didn't get far. They were drawn in by an island. With over time, the men on the deserted island died of starvation, leaving only Brunswick, who noticed that once and so the clever knight hid in his horse's hide at just the right time. And when the bird came, so after some time on the road, the prince came across something unprecedented. So, what did...
Well, a dragon is certainly much stronger than a lion.
Nonsense! Brunswick rushed to out the lion, and from that time on they were stalwart companions. Except, by then, it was already too late. His wife, Ludmilla, who had until that time valued at the wedding feast, Brunswick managed to drop the ring in her cup. So for Brunswick, that is. Not so for Ludmilla's new groom, but the lion took care of that.
Where did Brunswick's armor?
It is said that George the Lion of Württemberg brought it here. He was the nephew of Lord Chenyek of Württemberg. This George spent a lot of time with King Wenceslas. Suspiciously.
I think I get the picture.
And it is said that one day, a lion escaped from the king's menagerie, and George, as a reward, Wenceslas gave young Württemberg the name Lion and the armor of his aunt. Only Sir George didn't live to enjoy it for long. He caught the plague at a tournament, specifically while visiting his uncle here. Of course, the king wanted his armor back, but Lord Chenyek didn't want to give it to him, claiming it looked like Wenceslas would lay siege to Trusky, but fortunately Lord Chenyek was completely destitute by then, so he sold.
Chenyek was broke?
Because of building his castle. Trusky may be impressive, but it's too expensive for...
Well, if the king was so endeared with Brunswick's armor...
Because he didn't have any... Lord Chenyek was as cunning as a fox. While he did leave the armor here, it's said he hid it so it could only be found by a true knight. Or so they say round these parts.
And do you know where I could find
Yes, lad, if it even real. But I do have a little bit of Sir Chenyek, who they say hid the armor, left behind. Do you want...
And how did that...
Wait, I've got it. Take your leave of crone and maiden, standing tall behind the gates, boldly pass through the hall of forest kings, hidden deep from hunter's gaze. Stand between them stands a mighty rock, a subtle niche, yet deeper still.
The crone and the maiden towards midnight. We've got east, west, midday, midnight.
Bloody hell. I think I know where it is.
Really? Well, seems you've got something between your ears then, lad. And you know what? I've got something else for you. Sir George, who previously owned the armor, wanted to have a nice poleaxe made in Prague too. I'm not too certain about Brunswick and his armor, but this is certainly true. Here, take it, and now go.
Esse A aqui é o quê? Ah, tá, o gatouro lá, né? Aqui tem alguma coisa pra fazer? Ponto de interesse, né? Livros. Material de fixação, ferro e aço de Frankfurt. Dá pra me roubar o cara, não? Eu tento roubar mais, senão vai dar ruim.
Put some clothes on, you scoundrel. Teste de habilidade. Herança de Redzig, herança de Martin. Você ganha mais um em força, agilidade, vitalidade e eloquência. Interessante para poder tentar enrolar os caras. Tem mais coisa para melhorar? O roubo. Isso aqui é interessante. Quero esse. E esse, se não der tempo. Feito de rocha. Foi tudo. I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, I just remember. Can I ask?
I really bet.
Good.
Eu preciso arrumar uma roupa, né? Deixa eu ver esses pontos de interesse que a gente tem. Acho que é essa casa aqui, né? Que é o...
Welcome. You can buy everything you need from me. A few days ago, when I was returning with, I salvaged some.
And where did the wagon?
On the roads near the catch-up pond. I can't tell you how much it still pisses me off. Me too, but...
I'll have a look at the...
Para da caça do burguês. Quanto que eu tenho? Dinheiro mesmo. Tá ali embaixo. Quero vender, na verdade. Eu não vou vender isso aqui não.
Da stinkt zum Himmel. You'll have to knock the price down on these stolen wares. Well...
Here. And something for your trouble.
Wunderbar. Dankeschön. Das war ein gutes Geschäft. Auf Wiedersehen.
Just a bit more.
A gente viu? Doação. Artesanato e roupas.
Blessings to you.
Lord be with you.
Show me your where.
Nem compensa vender comida, preciso roubar mais coisas.
Why are you wasting my time if you don't want anything?
It's not every day you get married off into a noble family.
I hear it's going to be big. And that Lord Samin bought a mountain of stuff for it. So much food and drink.
I was talking to Bartoszek about the clothes he made for Alda. He says he's never sewn anything that fine in his entire life.
I just can't wait.
Well, good luck. God be with you.
All right, see you later.
Just a moment.
I apologize. Have you come to break some more stuff? If you want something, wait till I've stopped being angry. And if you don't have anywhere to sleep, they'll look after you and jelly off.
É pra jogar dado.
Innkeeper, that beer.
Christ, where did I put it?
Have you come to break some more stuff?
Tá, por enquanto não vai dar pra...
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
Paiate.
Greetings to you.
Fogueiro.
Good day to you. I wish you a pleasant day. Greetings.
What
are you doing here?
Oxi. Defumar o queijinho? Faz carinho no doguinho, não tá?
Sharp as a razor.
Esse daqui, o estado, cadê jogador? Sombra fugaz, que é o que mesmo?
day.
What's new?
He said.
What do you...
I've been... And
That sounds...
Lavanderia para lavar a roupa, onde que é? Porte de secagem, cadê? Estamos procurando. Roubar comida é foda. Quebrei. Eu vou parar de quebrar minhas gases porque... Puta, só tinha uma? Eu esqueço, mano. Aqui o botão é diferente do 1.
Can I ask about...
Hmm?
Where might I...
Ugh, I can't
Cara de alquimia. Bastante coisa aqui. Carpinteiro de Troskowitz. Você ganha 2 bônus das teste de habilidades. Você, ao lidar com mulheres, você ganha mais 2 bônus de teste de habilidades. Desconto de 15% em compras e desconto de banho.
God grant you health.
What would you like?
What do you have for...
Take care then. Thanks for nothing.
Greetings.
Dá pra falar com a
I
Jarda?
apologize.
Oh nein, du Bett. Was willst du?
I'll have a look at the...
Das war ein gutes Geschäft. Auf Wiedersehen. I should get going. What can you do?
Excuse me?
Greetings to you.
Can I help you?
Cara trampando.
Gabriel William. Tá jogando no PC, irmão?
Tô, mano, tô jogando na versão de PC, velho. PCzinho. Esse cara aqui. Oh, desculpa aí, parça. Ah, tá aqui onde o lugar que eu acho que dá pra me tentar. Se eu voltar aqui, será que se eu voltar aqui de noite dá bom? Deixa eu tentar um bagulho. Roubei uma chave do cara, não sei o que que é, mas suave. A tocha eu não quero. Beleza. Depois a gente volta aqui pra tentar passar ali, eu acho que deve ter alguma porta, né? Se o cara tá aguardando alguma coisa. Vou marcar isso aqui no mapa pra não esquecer desse lugar. Cadê? Aqui. Opa. Aqui, né, que o cara tá. Calma aí. É, aqui que o cara tá. Ó. Plantinha, plantinha. Tá, o cara tá aqui. Deixa um bagulho pra marcado aqui. Consigo roubar ele. Vamos ler esse livro. As Crônicas de Troskowitz. Sobre a Avenida Estranha. Bastante coisa.
How can I help you to?
Show me your wares.
Fábula, qualidade. É, não dá pra me roubar. Vender pro cara o bagulho que eu acabei de roubar dele é foda.
Take care then, and thanks for nothing.
Pão, pão. Opa. Cara aqui dormindo. Que vítima. Beleza.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
Tá. Vou ver o mapa pra gente ver o que tem. Onde tem que ir lá pro mapa. Ah, o ferreiro tá aqui em cima, né? Aqui tem um... Ah, aqui é onde a carroça do cara virou, né? Tá, ele falou se eu descer a rua... Isso aqui? Mercador. Túmulo recente. Se eu descer a rua, falou que... Onde será que é o bagulho de cavalo? É aqui? É aqui. Deve ser aqui. Quanto que eu tenho de dinheiro? 122 moedas. Ah, deixa eu vender. Tentar vender algumas coisas ali pro cara.
Wie geht's, mein Freund?
I wanted to ask you. I'm not from here, and I'd like to get my bearings.
Ja, natürlich, you're not from here. Everyone around here knows that. Aber das ist deine Sache. Also.
Where can I find a church round here?
If you want. Die Rettung deiner Seele, junger Mann. You have to go through the forest to Oyetz and to St. Von Berger does have a chapel in his castle, but it's not for we do not go there either. The gravedigger Ignatius takes care of burials outside the village. And weddings, no one wants to pay the church more than they have.
Can I find out?
Zum Glück nicht, junger Mann. I'm the only merchant. Oh, natürlich. There is Bartosz, the tailor. The apothecary, Emmerich, lives across from me. They are a hand in glove.
What do you mean by that?
Nichts weiter. Just along with the scribe Geibel. They're all, but of the three, perhaps only Geibel knows Latin.
Is there anyone else?
Oh, yeah. Beyond the tailor's house on the edge of the village is where Bashka, the butcher, lives. The rest of the villagers are just...
Where do you go for wares?
The closest is Sobotka, the biggest Gichin. What you call Gichin. Half of that one belongs to her for...
Is it far?
Dia de caminhada.
The goods I have here, I do not think you will get...
Is there any...
Certainly. Stirring up here in the village, we don't care much for outsiders.
I understand that, but we were...
Ach so, ich verstehe. That is all because
So
of...
you've already heard about these bandits?
About those ones in particular, or about others. Every time I go to the town, the bailiff must send an armed escort.
So the roads aren't...
Ja, das kann man wohl sagen. Herr von Bergo... But Herr Otto spends more time in Prague than here. And...
I'll have a look at the...
O que a gente tem pra vender? Pra fazer um dinheiro. Vender uma tocha. Vender essa tocha aqui que... Vamos vender essa. Capuz de servo. Fica. Vale 10. Jaqueta longa. Jaqueta desgastada vale 3. Eu já tô usando. Vale 8. Túnica de montaria vale 6. Bota de andarilhos. Faça de mingo. Vou ficar comigo. Esse aqui é o livro, né? Esse é que eu já li. Vou adicionar esse aqui para vender também. Gasua. Dados. Signa de prata de vantagem. Isso aqui serve para alguma coisa? Ele é pele também.
Does still have to knock the Let's agree.
I could go for that price.
Du wirst sicher zufrieden sein. Bis bald.
Bom, porque eu preciso... Interessante, quando você está em aglomeração de humanos ou nas proximidades imediatas, sua habilidade de furtividade será 3 pontos mais alto. Posso me camuflar, né? Salvar.
Lord be with you.
Welcome. What can I do for you?
I'll have a look at your web.
Não vale muito. Realmente, eu vou fazer um negócio também. Martelo, amar. Fora de cá. Barulho. Faça de 42. Uma coisa. 43. Daqui eu faço menos barulho, né? Daqui eu fico parecendo mais nobre.
Have you come to break some more stuff? If you want some
Vamos salvar. E vai ficando por aqui nessa live pra quem colou. Muito obrigado pela presença. Depois a gente volta com mais gameplay no canal, continuando as aventuras do Henry boladão aí na segunda parte do Kingdom Come Deliverance, beleza? Espero que vocês tenham curtido. Não esquece de seguir os canais pra dar aquela fortalecida, dar aquela moral pro canal, beleza? E boa semana aí pra todo mundo. Até breve. Fui.